Hey, so this one is for the physical media collectors out there, and it's to kind of update everybody, or anyone who cares, on a decision that I've made lately. And that is that I've made a promise to myself to start focusing on quality, not quantity, when it comes to my collection. Because over the years, I keep buying things, okay? As you probably know, if you do watch my channel, or if you just look behind me right now. But the thing is that I keep buying stuff that I'm not even really that passionate about, like, because I see cheap stuff, and I'm like, I gotta get that right now. I focus on the sheer numbers, and I don't really focus on what I'm really excited about. Like, I won't buy anything that I like dislike, but I will buy things that I'm kind of indifferent to, and I want to stop doing that. I want to, for one, focus more on horror movies, for sure. That's something that I really want to focus on, because I feel like that is what I'm most excited to buy. That's what I'm always most excited to talk about. And two, I just want collecting to be about curating to my specific taste, if that makes any sense. I want it to act as a representation of my taste, and I want to be proud of it, and I want to be passionate about it. I don't just want to have a bunch of stuff that I don't really care that much about, if you know what I mean. Not that I spent a ton of money on this stuff or anything anyway. I get everything as cheap as possible. It's rare that I pay full price for any movies that I have in my collection. It's pretty rare that I do that, and that is how I have so many. I know a lot of people not a lot of people, but some people are like, how do you have so many? That's how. I spend a fucking day looking for bargains and shit. I waste my time, but I save money. I wouldn't say waste my time, because it's fun. It's part of the hunt and that kind of thing, and that's fun. Anyway. This is a pledge for the movie collectors. Make it about quality, not just quantity, because yeah, if you just make it about sheer numbers and you just keep building up and up and up, sure, you're going to have a lot, but you're also going to have not a lot of passion for a lot of that stuff, if that makes any sense. So I've made a promise to myself to really stop buying anything that I see cheap and really focusing on stuff that I really want to talk about much more. Which brings me to some recent pickups I got. Child's Play 2, Halloween Kills, and 28 Days and Weeks Later for $3, which was awesome. But that brings me to Halloween Kills, which Halloween Kills, in my opinion, is genuinely a really bad movie. I don't think it's very good. I won't say really, really bad. There are things about it that I do like. I think it's kind of cool and fun, and I didn't mind watching it. But I think there's a lot of bad in there. I don't think it's a quality film. It's far from the best Halloween film. Now, is it an irresponsible purchase to make, though, if I want to build up my horror collection?
Nope. Hell no.
I don't regret buying it. And when I say that I want to focus on quality and I want to buy movies that I'm more passionate about, honestly, I still think that this kind of fits in with that description, because Halloween is a franchise that I want to own all the movies of at some point, you know, and I'm pretty far from that. Halloween is one of the franchises I'm really lacking on. And so, as a completionist as well, I don't really regret buying that. I also got Godzilla, which has nothing to do with anything, but I just want... these are some things that I got recently. But that's the other kind of thing that I want to talk about as well, that I'm pretty much done with DVDs. I'm getting Blu-ray still, but I really want to start getting more 4Ks as well. That's something else that I really want to try and start doing when it comes to my collecting. But I'm done with DVDs, unless it's a DVD that is of something like really new that I see really cheap, or if it's a DVD for a movie that like isn't on any other, you know, it doesn't have a Blu-ray or whatever, because that happens sometimes. Just random movies can be hard to find. Possessor, for example, the horror movie Possessor, couldn't see a Blu-ray or anything of that when I went in stores looking for it. So I ended up getting the DVD, and that's fine. I love that movie. I want to own that movie, and if the DVD was all I could get, that's fine. That is a big part of this as well. A big promise that I'm kind of starting to make to myself, that I've got to stop getting tempted by the really cheap, shitty bargain bin DVD stuff, because I'm one of the few people in the world who still are tempted by that kind of thing. But I do think that I don't need that, I suppose. I just don't think I can justify buying DVDs anymore. I just don't really think it's worth it. It's obsolete. I'm kind of just done with them. And I'm wondering if the other physical media collectors out there feel the same way. I don't know. It kind of breaks my heart a little bit, because I'm very nostalgic for DVDs. I still kind of love them, and I love the cases. I kind of prefer the size of DVD cases over the Blu-rays, because, I don't know, they're a bit bigger and stuff, you know, like, obviously. But they're just not really worth getting anymore, I feel like. That's what I'm starting to think. I think Blu-rays definitely are for me. Blu-rays are my baby, you know? Like, I would prefer to have all 4Ks, everything in 4K, but they don't make 4Ks for everything, and they are far, far too expensive. You go to the proper entertainment stores, JB Hi-Fi here, or, I don't know, other places like that, and you're gonna see 4Ks for like $50. I can't fucking afford that for every movie that I like. I simply can't.
I can't.
I simply can't.
But when it comes to Blu-rays, it's like, even when I see the cheap stuff, I'm like, I buy it. Atomic Blonde here. I haven't even watched that. Is that a movie I'm passionate about? Not really. Braveheart here. I don't know. Just a bunch of things that I have here are like, why do I have them? I don't really care about them. I won't buy anything that I completely hate or anything, but I will buy stuff that I'm indifferent to. And I kind of think that that's a mistake. I want to start focusing on really improving the quality of my collection and having it really act as something that I'm passionate about and being, yeah, like I said, a representation of the things that I really like and enjoy. And I want it to be unique as well, because I go op shopping, I go to the thrift stores or whatever the hell you call it, and I see the same fucking titles over and over and over again. And a lot of them I already have because I saw them cheap and I'm like, I'm going to get it. But like, I don't want my collection to be like a mirrored version of everybody else's collection. And I don't think it is. I think it's far from that, to be honest. I've got quite a few unique things and just things that are specific to my taste. I think a lot more than some other people who do buy the same kind of movies as everybody else. But I want to kind of get out of that even more so, if that makes sense. I want to have my Psycho Gormans over here. I want to have my, I don't know if it's on camera, but Bloodfest and the this Scream Factory edition of the Friday the 13th movies and everything. I know I'm not the only person that has that, but that's just special to me. That's such a beautiful fucking collection. I love it so damn much, even though it actually doesn't play on the Australian players and all that stuff. So I also have the other shitty little Australian version of the Friday the 13th collection up there. The point is, I want to focus on quality, not quantity, and I think I'm done with DVDs. That is really the main point of this video. And yeah, I just want to know from the physical media collectors out there and stuff, how do you feel about what I'm saying? What do you think about it? Tell me what your bad habits are when it comes to collecting, and tell me what you're going to try and do better, I guess. Because I'm making these promises to myself to make my collection better, and yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for that, I suppose. Anyway, so I guess that's about all that I have to say. Please, before you go, do the things like comment, share, subscribe, all that shit. I'm out.